It's a rivalry older than any college sports feud and definitely more intense. Colorado's best attorney, Phil Harding, is here from Harding Associates to settle the fight once and for all. So, Phil, now we're showing our college colors today, but you're taking it one step further.
I am taking it one step further. I am wearing blue today because I got the memo, read it wrong, and I am showing my gender colors, blue for boys.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. So exactly. We're showing again our college colors today. I'm in CMU for Colorado Mesa University, and you're calling up a gender colors day. I think I already know the answer, but I have to ask, who's the better gender in these cases?
Well, you know, I want to kind of go through the men versus women and who handles it better in a personal injury claim. And look, the only thing I can comment on is who does better in a personal injury claim. And even though I'm going to be talking about males versus females in presenting claims, I want everyone to listen in and review what's going on so that they can get top dollar on their claim.
Okay, so who's better at presenting claims?
As you know, I've been trying to avoid this answer, but it's females. I'm sorry, it is females. Sorry, guys. Yes. But actually, there are some equalizations that we can go through. Now, and this will give you an idea why women are better than men in presenting claims. Never argue with a woman. She'll bring up things that you probably remember from years ago.
Oh, there is too.
Yep, guys can't even remember what they said last night. But men, have no fear. This is what I want to go over. I want to go over the top 5 do's and don'ts of a claim. Write these down, replay it, or go to kwgn.com and watch it again. But these top key 10 things, 5 do's, 5 don'ts, will tell you how to get more on an injury claim. And let's start off.
Yes.
Top 5 do. Do get witnesses' names and numbers, and this is only if you can. If you're whisked away in an ambulance, obviously you can't do that. Do take pictures of the accident scene and the cause of injury. Do take pictures afterwards of bruising or scarring, even as it progresses. Now, do go and see a doctor if you're injured. And then the last one is do follow your doctor's order and keep a pain log. Now, I've got to tell you, this very last one here, guys lack again, because unless they've been shot out of a cannon and they're in 5 different pieces, they don't go to a doctor. Now, not only go to a doctor, but follow your doctor's orders. If you don't follow your doctor's orders, the other side is going to say you failed to mitigate your damages.
Okay, failed to mitigate damages. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, it's one of those legal terms, and the best way to describe it is, let's say you broke your arm. Never saw the doctor. Then you went and sued the person that caused the injury and said, look how crooked my arm is. My arm is killing me. The defense, rightly so, would say, well, if you would have seen a doctor, then you could have had your arm properly set. Thus, you wouldn't have had the pain. It wouldn't be crooked. And so that is failure to mitigate. And just like this, if the doctor says, hey, I want you to go to 10 physical therapies and you only go to 3 and blow off the other 7, you fail to mitigate your damages.
What if you feel that physical therapy isn't helping you?
Right. So that's a great question. Let's say you've gone to the first 3 and you're like, it's not helping me. Don't blow off the other 7. Go to your doctor and have a dialogue with them and say, hey, like the first 3 visits didn't work. This isn't working. What else do you have?
So what happens if someone who does not go directly to the hospital after an accident, is that a bad thing?
Yeah, a lot of people think that that kills their case, but not at all. If you have a primary care, go to them and try to see someone that knows your pre and post-accident condition. Look, the jury or the claims adjuster wants that information to evaluate your case. But to answer your question, even if it's weeks or months after the accident, try to go to your same doctor. If you don't have a doctor and you feel like you're injured, you know, go and see someone to make sure that you're okay. Now, some people ask me, and they come up and they're like, what can I do to make my case as good as possible? Don't worry about your case. What you need to do is what's right for your body. So if you feel like you're injured, go and see a doctor. If you're not really injured and you're going to a doctor, try to run up medical bills. Look, everyone can see that, so don't do that either.
It sounds like some great advice, but what if you don't have medical insurance? Then how do you get treatment?
Well, and we talk about this every once in a while. If you have car insurance, unless you signed a waiver, you probably have something that's known as MedPay, and it's $5,000 of medical coverage for the initial visits. Colorado law says that everyone who goes in and buys car insurance has this MedPay unless they signed a waiver. Now, a lot of times I get calls from people that say, oh, I called my agent and he says I didn't sign up for MedPay. You don't sign up for MedPay, you sign out of MedPay. So look, don't sign that waiver. You got that extra $5,000. Look, even if you don't have medical coverage on your car and you don't have health insurance, there are treating providers out there that will work on liens. That means that once you settle a case, they'll get their payment. So if you need treatment, you can get treatment.
Fantastic. Now, the do not do's after an injury, do not talk to the other side.
Yep, and we even have a graphic on that. So let's talk a little bit about that. So this is what you don't do after an injury.
Okay.
First of all, don't talk to the other side. We've talked about it, but there's a Colorado law that says if you are injured, the other side cannot interview you within 15 days. If they do, it's totally inadmissible. Don't sign medical releases for the other side. Don't send unredacted medical bills. And we talk about that. It's you show the billed amount, not the paid amount. Don't settle your case until you've reached MMI, maximum medical improvement, because you don't know how good off or how bad off you are. Are we out of time? No, good. All right, then we can keep on going for the next one. Don't settle a case until you know how much you owe, because on that, you've got to know this for the evaluation of it.
All great advice, so much to remember. If you have a question for Phil Harding, go to kwgn.com, click on Colorado's Best. You'll see Phil Harding's picture on the right. Just click there and send your questions in. He'll answer each one personally and confidentially. And to reach Harding and Associates directly, call 303-762-9500. You can also get a free consultation anytime, and you can find him online at hlaw.org. Still ahead on Colorado